What's up, everyone? Hello, all my 9 people in the chat. Welcome back. Oh my, what a nice little 5 days off or whatever that was. So I was watching some good stuff this morning, which I'm gonna get to in a second. Damage control, what's up? And I'm gonna share that with you guys because it made me feel happy. And I think everybody needs to feel happy. So yeah. Hello, Dirty Harry. But anyways, yeah, so just took a few days off, you know, kind of relax. And I really blasted out some homework this weekend, so that was good. I had a lot of assignments that I had to do, and I'm almost done with this class. Solomon, hi. Which is good. And then of course moving on to the next class. So, yeah. How was your guys' weekend? Did everybody in the chat have a good weekend? Nothing crazy, no crazy events. I want to be your friend, please. I mean, you're welcome to hang out in the chat anytime. So yeah, tell me about your weekend, chat. And then I'm going to tell you about some funny stuff that I watched this morning, and it was pretty hilarious. But if not, then that's fine. I'll just skip to the funny stuff, you know. But I always like to hear what's going on with everybody. Bo, what's up? My mod. Got my moderator in here. Played a oh, nice. Cyberpunk. Stayed away from drugs. Did drinky, though. Nice. Well done. Well done. Yeah, I didn't get around to Cyberpunk this weekend, but I am going to get back into streaming it probably this week, actually. I'll be kind of busy this weekend, but yeah. So hopefully I have some cool things coming this way, and it should be some good stuff for the channel. So Solomon McNeil says, I am just waiting for some more new video games to come out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and Nintendo Switch. 194 hours and counting. Is that total or in Phantom Liberty? That's awesome. So, all right. I'm going to switch over here. Who here knows who Caleb Francis is? Because this dude is hilarious. Like, hilarious. This is like my kind of sense of humor. Like, it's ridiculous. But I thought that this would be like a fun way to start off the morning because I was just laughing at his stuff. He just cracks me up. And I think he lives in Texas, and he's just like, he's like the kind of guy you'd want to be buddies with. Like, he's just hilarious. And he's silly, and he likes, you know, shooting the G words. You can't even like say that on YouTube anymore. It's ridiculous. I'll get like demonetized. But anyways, all right. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of these shorts. He had like some really good ones out. I hope that he puts out all the ones on his YouTube. Texas is the place to be. I heard that Sony is making a Nintendo Switch 2 next year. Interesting. Wait, what? Sony is making a Nintendo Switch. Oh, I heard Sony is trying to acquire Nintendo. Yeah, I read that too. Subway commercial outtakes. All right, let's see this one. Let's take a look.
Hey, it's me, Jared from Subway. I love big sandwiches and little kids.
Jared, no!
What?
Stop, man.
What? I can't say that. It's a joke. Hey, it's me, Jared from Subway. Look at these big pants. I used to fit into these big pants, but now there's room for me and about 7 little kids.
No, Jared,
I can't.
come on.
I was just doing a kid. I'm just kidding around.
Stop trying to fuck
I don't-
little kids.
I want to fuck kids, okay?
Oh my god.
Hey, it's
Oh.
me, Jared from Subway.
Oh my god. Oh wow. I've never seen that one before. Oh, some of them are really, they're really a lot. Oh my god. That was wow. Oh. It does. Okay, so I think he puts most of his stuff on Instagram and TikTok cuz like I know I saw newer ones this morning, so I'm about to go to TikTok. But we just have to watch a couple of these. I can't even believe that. Oh my god, kids in the old west. All right, let's see.
Howdy. My daddy beat my mama's head in with an old horseshoe because she raised her voice at him for giving her genital herpes. Also, I used to have 3 brothers until their bedroom floor collapsed into an old mine shaft that's now full of rattlesnakes. Daddy just threw mama's body in there with him and said, best not let it go to waste. Them rattlesnakes are hungry. So now it's just me and daddy. But he can't cook biscuits worth a possum's ass. So I've just been living off squirrel meat and tobacco for the last 2 months. And boy, is it hard on the digestive system. Also, I'm only 3 years old. Yeehaw. Howdy. My daddy beat my mama's head in with an old...
Oh my god. Okay. That's good. All right, let me see if I can get over to his TikTok. I have like the worst sense of humor ever. Like nobody gets my sense of humor. Oh, I just remembered, man. Like, let me see. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. I literally like got my eyes all teary from laughing. Yee. There we go. Should be good now. I mean, I probably have like some limitations, but you know, I mean, I was in the military for 11 years, so what can I say? Let's see. All right. So, oh my God. Okay, you guys have to see this one. This one, I was dying this morning. Okay, here we go.
Whoa, ectoplasm.
No. That was me.
What do you mean?
Well, I get the Scaredy Comes.
Scaredy Comes?
When I get really scared, I have to make goo. It's the only thing that calms me down.
But why does it glow? Whoa, ectoplasm.
The shrug. Oh my God, the Scaredy Comes and the shrug. I can't. I'm like, my eyes are watery. Oh my God. Oh, okay, let's see. Sound like an angel. Think of water. Tag that teammate. He's got a lot of funny streamers. PP police?
You know why I pulled you over? No, sir. We're driving a lifted truck, so I'm going to need to see your little pee-pee license. Little pee-pee license? What are you, a parrot? Yes, little pee-pee license. The license given to you by a doctor that states that your pee-pee is in fact 4 inches or less.
Why do I need that?
Listen, you can't be driving a big jacked up truck and have a fat hog at the same time. That's not fair. So do you have your little pee-pee license or not?
No, I don't have one of those. This is the first I've ever heard of it, actually.
Okay. I guess we'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Go ahead and undo your pants, pull the pee-pee out. I'm going to measure it.
I don't think that I want to do that.
Oh, okay, no problem. Pull your pee-pee out and let me measure it or I'm gonna tase you and take you to jail. How about that? Right. Jeez, hold on. There. All right, let me get my ruler. Sit still. This is 4 inches. Oh, I guess I'm in the clear. Good day,
No.
officer. Not yet. This thing is 4 inches. Soft.
Oh my God, you can't see it? No. What did I do? Why did that happen? I'm so dumb, you guys. Oh my God. Oh. That's so dumb. Okay. All right, let's watch the Scaredy Comes again. Okay, you guys can see it now, right? All right, yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay, here we go. Scaredy Comes.
Whoa, ectoplasm.
No. That was me.
What do you mean?
Well, I get the Scaredy Comes.
Scaredy Comes?
When I get really scared, I have to make goo. It's the only thing that calms me down.
But why does it glow?
Shrug. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Like, dude, literally my eyes are like tearing. That girl is really funny too. She's in like the Black Rifle Cawfeeh ads, and she always like throws coffee in this dude's face. And it's so funny. She's like, she reminds me of like me, like raging me when she does that. It's really funny. All right. Okay, we'll do the pee-pee police.
You know why I pulled you over?
Ew, Menta.
No, sir. We're driving a lifted truck, so I'm gonna need to see your little pee-pee license. Little pee-pee license?
What are you doing,
Are you
dude?
a
You want to
parrot?
come on?
Yes, little pee-pee license. The license given to you by a doctor that states that your pee-pee is in fact 4 inches or less.
Why do I need that?
Listen, you can't be driving a big jacked up truck and have a fat hog at the same time. That's not fair. So do you have your little pee-pee license or not?
No, I don't have one of those. This is the first I've ever heard of it, actually.
Okay. I guess we'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Go ahead and undo your pants, pull the pee-pee out. I'm going to measure it.
I don't think that I want to do that.
Oh, okay, no problem. Pull your pee-pee out and let me measure it, or I'm going to tase you and take you to jail. How about that? Right.
Jeez, hold on.
There. All right, let me get my ruler. Sit still. This is 4 inches.
Oh, I guess I'm in the clear. Good day, officer.
Not yet. This thing is 4 inches. Soft. I'm gonna need you to get the juices flowing, wake him up.
And how? Do you expect me to do that?
Boobies, 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 soapy boobies, sweat running down big booty cheek. 5.7 inches. That's above average. You're going to jail, motherfucker! You know why I pulled you over?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I guess, you know, it's only certain kind of people like that kind of humor, I guess. You understood every word. Boobies, boobies, boobies. Reminds me of my neighborhood. Oh my God, dude. That was good. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that made some of you laugh at least. But anyways, yeah, arcade related stuff. What is even going on right now? Like, what is the thing right now? Like, I kind of pay attention, but I kind of don't, you know? Because it seems like so redundant sometimes. But I did see, I did see that Arcade went up. It just released their, because I'm on Reddit. But I saw that Arcade One Up just released the Street Fighter HS5 and the Galaga. which they look cool. But they're only like 61 inches. And I was like, dude, I thought they were going to be like 65 at least. 61 is like tiny. That's really tiny. XL, yeah, 4K pinball. I've been hearing about that. But yeah, I mean, man, the HS5, I was almost tempted to buy it just to get it and like put it next to my HS5 and like see what it looks like. But I'm like, no, because I know what it's going to look like. And it's running the Yoga Flame or whatever software. So 70 inches, I think, is like kind of the perfect height, but then minus the width on those things. And I heard it doesn't have a deck protector either, which is also weird because most HS5s have a deck protector. Like 70 inches really is. I think like 70 to 71 inches is like like the perfect kind of height, kind of. But that's just like my opinion, That's just like my opinion, man. But anyways, yeah, other than that, so that and the other one, they're both, what did I say, 60 inches? Or 61 inches? It's just kind of short. But, I mean, it's, it's whatever. It's cool for what it is, I guess. You want a Pong Countercade and best one from them, aside from Shaq XL. I didn't like the Shaq XL because it was like so wobbly and the marquee was like weird. It was like it was like out of proportion or something. Their pinballs are kind of expensive, man. Like for Vpin, that's like, I've been looking for a real pin and like prices just keep going up on those things. And I'm like, why? It's almost impossible to sell anything right now too. Like I'm trying to sell 1 or 2 arcade machines, and then I have this multicade over here I'm trying to sell, and like nobody's biting. It's weird. So I don't know, I might have to switch platforms. What they do, give you a new pinball machine? NBA Jam, yeah. I mean, that's probably the best one to play it on for sure. I've seen people do like cool things with it too that like clean it up and make it look better and put a better monitor in it. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's hard to like sell anything right now. And then people are asking like these astronomical prices for things. And it's like, what? Like people are asking, like I saw, what was it? It was something like basic. It was like a Centipede full size. And somebody was asking like $3,000 for it. And I'm like, that's not worth $3,000. Like, it's just not. It's crazy. I don't know. And then pinball, like I'm seeing like $5,000 to $8,000 on average. And I know some of the pins that I'm seeing are not worth that much. Damage Control says, my boss owns multiple real pinballs. Parts are expensive and the collector value moves on famous machines. Elvira. Well, yeah, Elvira would be an expensive one. Yeah. But anyways, Daniel, hi. I don't see it. Like it's I think that everybody's just incrementally increasing, or wait, can I say that? Incrementally? Wait. Hiking prices up. Yeah. Because they're seeing other people do it. And I'm like, the market isn't that good. Like nobody's buying anything right now. So I don't get it. What's your dream cab you really want to see come out or you want to make? I would say I've already like had my dream cab, which was a Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I ended up putting that back into an arcade eventually after I restored it, which was really cool. but I mean, like, I think that for me, like, I like collecting, but I don't like, the reality of it is I don't have the space to collect a ton of CoinOps. So I think the best thing for me to do is get my hands on them, play with them, restore them, and then put them back out in the wild. And so that's like kind of in the direction that I'm headed in. I know that I'll keep at least 2 or 3, like my Neo Geo. You know, that one is like 80%, but my Blastroids by Atari for sure I'll probably never sell, and my Donkey Kong. Those two I would never sell, but unless I like absolutely had to for some reason. But everything else, like, I just want to like get my hands on it, restore it, and then push it back out into the wild would be like an ideal situation. You know, and then I have like a mix. So I've got a really cool multicade kit that I got from GRS, that I customized and decked out. And then I've got my arcade Oneup cabs, which are almost all of them are 80s cabs except for the big blues. So I really like their 80s cabs, like Star Wars, Tron, Dragon's Lair, and then the Centipede Legacy, and then the Miss Pac-Man, what's it called? Tabletop. Why can't I say it, guys? Head-to-head. They call it a head-to-head, but it's a cocktail. And then I do have, it's still in the box, but I got it on sale a long time ago. Wouldn't that be cool? What's up, Kongs? Wouldn't that be cool? I got a what's it called? A countercade Marvel Superheroes when they were on sale or whatever. And I haven't really like messed with that, but I felt like that was going to be like a collector thing. So, but Kongs, yeah. So, I mean, like, you know, restoring and then pushing back out. I don't know if you were in the live stream where I was talking about how I pushed my MVC2 out to an arcade. It's called Extraordinary Arcade in San Bernardino. And they have like a big FGC type following. So Miss Pac-Man class of 81 is nice. Thinking of getting one of those countercades. Yeah, the only one that I was really interested in was the Marvel Superheroes one, just because, you know, it's Marvel Superheroes, and it had Marvel vs. Capcom and Punisher on it. Nice. I did see you put that out. Wasn't sure where it was. Yeah, that's where it went. But I love it. Like, I mean, I love that aspect of it, of being able to like take one in, own it, and play it, and then, you know, restore it and push it back out. So after having that experience, I think that's kind of where what has warmed me up to that idea. And it makes sense for me because I can only, you know, keep about, realistically, probably like 4 of these things at a time, including the 2 that I own permanently. What's up, Gwadley? I barely have room for my CRTs, consoles, and PC setup. Hopefully get my game room sorted soon. Still doubt I'll ever have. Yeah, I mean, it is. What's up, BA? It is, it's a I mean, like, it is a lot of work moving them, you know, maintaining them, like, over time, I guess. It's crazy because I have people who talk about all the time, like, they'll pick one up and then something goes wrong with it. And so far, I mean, knock on wood, I've been lucky. Like, once I fix it up and I'm done, like, I power them on every once in a while if I'm not playing them, just to like kind of keep things going in the circuitry, and then let them run for a little bit and then turn them off. But I don't really have any like problems. But my guideline is always go for something, unless I get it for free, that has a good monitor and like the PCB works and the harness is in decent shape. The rest of it I can fix on my own, I guess. So, but that's my guideline if I'm going to buy one, you know. So the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, for example, was just a Naomi, but allegedly was working, and it had a really good CRT in it, and the Naomi was working, and that was all that I cared about, and the harness was still attached to it. So the interesting thing here, guys, is that you can get a Naomi, all right, with like an MVC2. So I've seen the average, I see them for around $600-700, okay? But that's with the cart and the system. And it's not difficult to, like, as long as you get like the IO board and everything with it, it is really not difficult to take a Naomi and then put it inside of an empty cabinet or even an arcade Oneup and just plug it in and wire the harness up to the buttons and the joystick. I mean, it's really not. It may seem intimidating at first, but it's not. It's pretty much like a Dreamcast. You're just using a JAMA harness with it, and then the JVS uses AV and VGA. So all you have to do is have a VGA connector on the back of your monitor. Excuse me. So, you know, I mean, you could easily spend $600, which is the cost of like a Oneup, right? And then put it in like a big blue Oneup or something if you needed a place to actually put it, and have like real Marvel vs. Capcom 2 running in there. So it's kind of cool. And then the Naomis have basically a jumper switch that allows you to run either CRT or VGA. So now you can run a VGA plug to a CRT if it's like a VGA, what's it called? Like a monitor, you know, which is what I had in my MVC2. And that works as well. But my point is, I guess the big point is that it's easy, and it just, you know, plugs right into a VGA port. So what's up, Saying? Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, food for thought though. 'Cause, you know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see like where the home arcade market is going. You know, At Games is they're kind of consistent in that they're always, you know, doing just kind of their own thing, which is the Legends stuff. And I mean, the last big thing that they did with that obviously was the 4K upgrades. And have they released the platform yet? I mean, the arcade platform or the upgrade for that, or is it just pinball right now? Do you guys know? But they're kind of consistent. I mean, iArcade is gone, but we don't really know, like in the long run, what's going to happen with that platform, aside from mystery encoder support. And who else? You can't really count New Wave Toys because they're like collectibles. And then it's pretty much just Arcade Oneup doing what they do. So, I mean, they're really, yeah. I mean, I've talked about it a million times. They're just the only ones that do what they do. So it'll be interesting to see like where they go. I don't know. I think the new HS5 is like the thing. They almost had it, but it was underwhelming because like they didn't put T-molding on it, or at least as far as I know, there's no T-molding on it. And it's like they put T-molding on Wheel of Fortune. They could have easily just put some black T-molding on that one, or white, or, you know, yellow, something to make it pop a little bit and give it a little bit more of a premium look. I mean, same thing with the stinking coin buttons. Like, why are they not doing light up coin buttons? Literally, if I can do a $10 light up coin button mod off of Amazon, why wouldn't they do it? Because they could probably do it for like 20 cents or something, or 10 cents. Biggie D says, I've negotiated a great deal for a 1995 Williams Dirty Harry pinball. 1,100 out the door. Worried about transport and maintenance on real pinball. Yeah, I would be too. I mean, congrats on your purchase though. I don't know how much those normally go for, but 1,100 on today's market doesn't sound bad for something like that. But man, pinball, like you definitely do have way more maintenance than CoinOps. I know that. Home Arcade is going to cater even more to normies now. New Wave toys may have more obscure stuff. Yeah, I agree with the 4,000 is what it's worth. Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool though. Like Dirty Harry is iconic. So congrats, Biggie. Cater to normies. Bo. So that's an interesting comment. See, I feel like they've been catering to normies way more over the last year, maybe even year and a half, which is why they're doing, you know, I mean, the company appears to be doing fairly well, contrary to what everybody is saying. Wait, ALPM. Oh, the At Games pinball, Vpin. What is that? For $329, but Mrs. Thor put the brakes on, and I missed out. Oh, bummer. Yeah, and I kind of talked about this in my last stream, but I'm at a place where I'm like trying to just refine my collection. You know, just have stuff that I want, or like even if it's just to be part of my collection, like it's just there. You know, I would say like most of the stuff that I play is definitely fighting game oriented or like the 80s games, the stuff that I have. But anyways, yeah, no, I think that they've definitely been appealing more to normies. I mean, like the Wheel of Fortune thing was a good example, which even backfired on me. And so, you know, I was like, all right, whatever. But it does go to show that, you know, like normies, that kind of stuff looks fun or appealing to them or whatever. I don't think it was really like, you know, $5.99 worth, but I will say that the build quality of it was definitely like better than what they would normally put out, you know? So, Dirty Harry. Not everyone has go ahead. Not everyone has the skills and time to build one. The At Games 4K is crazy good deal. Skills and time to build one. To build what? Thor KC says, I don't know what New Wave toys and Glenn have in mind, but I think they should make something along the lines of shoot away with Glenn's shotgun. The At Games 4K pinball. Oh. All right. So, yeah. I don't know, guys. I mean, it seems very redundant. It's like, you know, something new comes out and it's like an upgraded version or, you know, a better, slightly better version of something that's already been done. Oh, yeah, build a pinball machine would be like a horrendous task to undertake unless you're gifted. Yeah, I didn't say everyone. Oh, there's somebody in here actually named Dirty Harry. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so I feel like it's just, you know, there's a redundance to it, which is fine. You know, it is getting better. And again, you know, like our like the space here where people are talking about and interacting with arcades, CoinOps, like CoinOps is very niche. But I feel like because of like 3/4 scale stuff, it's kind of like bleeding into it and people see things and learn more about it. So it's interesting. it's interesting to kind of like see the space grow. Yeah, I don't know. But as far as like what Arcade One Up is doing, like, I mean, there's nobody else doing it, and I don't know. I think it's really going to be hard for anybody else to come along and do something like that. Chris, I just joined the conversation, but I am done with Arcade One Ups. They are just a little too small, and the buttons and speakers are terrible. Yeah, I mean, like, everybody's got their feelings on them. What do you think about Arcade One Up's future? I mean, they're not going anywhere, that's for sure. I've talked about it before. Probably, I mean, at least a year ago, I talked about their development and marketing and the way that they're doing things, and that if they want to stay relevant, that they can keep doing physical releases, but they're going to have to refine them, and then they're going to have to do the type of releases where they do like a Capcom. This is like something that would be appealing, especially to from a community point of view, from the people who don't want to continue to spend money on these cabs. Make a Capcom cab that's like a nicer build quality, and then has a downloadable platform where you can download like games from the Capcom Arcade library, and say it comes with 14 games or whatever. I mean, that's something that I talked about over a year ago that I think that they should be, preparing for and doing already. And they already have the platform. They already have, the capability to do it, because they have like a digital infrastructure. They have the app now, which can make things even more interconnectable. And so they have all the tools basically that they need to make that work. And it's just literally comes down to them putting a little bit more time into developing, a single form cab. So again, like Capcom or Sega or Atari, any of those, like, they could have one of those cabs for each licensor, licensee, whatever. And, each one would be like the higher build quality representation of that platform. And then it's downloadable, So instead of having to buy, 2 or 3 different Capcom cabs, you just get the nice build quality one that has a downloadable platform on it. And honestly, I think most people would want to migrate to that type of, setup anyways, because if you think about all the licenses that they have, I mean, that could just go on forever. But yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. Those are my observations. I don't think that they're going anywhere. I mean, it's always possible that they could, kind of fizzle off and disappear into the sunset, but I don't think that that's going to happen. I think if anything, their platform's just going to evolve. So it'll be interesting to see, though, because, I mean, with the whole shift in the company in the long term, like where that takes them, because they have a lot of, from my understanding, a lot of younger people working in the company now. So, Toxin, what's up? I'm not going to say I'm done with A1UP, but they don't have anything left that I want to pay full retail for. Sub 300, I'm listening. Otherwise, New Wave Toys gets my cash. Yeah, I mean, New Wave Toys is really cool. I think the appealing thing about Arcade 1UP is you get like the kind of look and feel of, whatever arcade machine it is that you get, and then you get, a handful of games on it. And then you just have to walk up to it and turn it on. And, the games have online leaderboards and online gameplay. And obviously, that's still screwed up on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But again, it's just they're the only ones that are doing what they're doing. So, and there's small space. Like, people really like the fact that they're small, contrary to like people in the 3/4 scale community where it's like very like half and half. A lot of people do like that they're small because they're easy to move around and stuff. The deluxes are cool because they take on more of the original form factor without the risers. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. Because they seem thinner. That makes them like the riser gave them a little bit more width, like the feeling of it, even though it's kind of, an illusion. Like they did give them a little bit more width. And now that they don't have that, they feel thinner. Like I remember the Fast and Furious cab just felt so thin compared to Ridge Racer, which Ridge Racer was a wider cab anyways. But with the riser on it and everything, it was like way wider than Fast and Furious. So they've come a long way from Gen 1, but the early adopters are getting out of it slow. Can only sell and rebuy cabs so many times. Very true. Yeah, very true. Very true. And that's the thing. Like the early adopters are the ones who are kind of like disgruntled too. A lot of them. And it's like, okay, I can see why, but I mean, like you have to know. It's just like buying an iPhone, or an Android. Like, they start off and you're like, oh, this is so awesome. And then 2 years down the road, you're like, oh my God, this is a piece of garbage. And you like want the new phone. It's the same thing with them. I mean, like they've just been, I don't even think that when they started off that they would have thought the company would have gone where it did. And most of the reason that it probably did was because of COVID. I mean, that really had to speed things up, I guess. The fact that everybody had all this extra money, the fact that everybody was stuck at home, and then everybody like goes back to work after COVID and gets all disgruntled again. They're like, God damn it, I gotta work, I gotta do all this stuff. And they're all disgruntled. And, then things seem way more expensive because now you're not getting, these compensation checks or whatever. So I'm sure that like plays into it. There's all these different things, but you see most of that, like the negativity or kind of obscure views, like reflected in the 3/4 scale gaming community, because that's where, a lot of the voice comes out, I guess, of the enthusiasts, so to speak. Chris says, the annoying thing for me is the 4-player arcade one-ups. To play with 4 people at a time, you are really squeezed in that area together close. I have the Simpsons cab. I used to have a couple 4-players cabs. I never really felt that way personally. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. Like, I do agree. It's probably more cramped. But I know it's like, it also depends on like how big of a person you are. Like, I'm not a huge person. So, me playing with my kids, or my brother's a bigger guy, but I just tell him to get on the end. I'd be like, you're going to be whoever was on the end. Who was it? Donatello or something? I don't know. But I would just be like, you get on the end. But yeah, I could see if you had a bunch of like big dudes like huddled around, something like that, it would be a little bit tight. Thor KC says, post-COVID, there's probably a lot of people who want the arcade one-ups out of the house. I'm still working from home, so happy to have my arcades, but I get that it's not for everyone. Yeah, true. I mean, another thing I was thinking of too is like, and I was talking to Joel about this, Retro Lizard, and I was like, I don't know, like if I was thinking about covering like only modding stuff for A1Up on my channel, which primarily I guess would be focused on like big blues or like random PCBA mods or something like that I would be doing or have done. Just like I have my $10 light up coin door mod, which is super, super easy. It's a USB LED strip. You order off Amazon, gets there the next day, plug it into your USB port on the PCBA, and then you drill one hole behind the coin door and just strip it through there and then smack the coin door back on, and then it turns on when the machine turns on. So it's perfect. It's like this perfect stock setup, right? But like little things like that. And then, like, or how to convert your Big Blue to a Hyper Fighting or a MVC2 in, 6 steps or something like that. I I would think that like that stuff would be more applicable to my channel. But I don't really want to do much more than that unless something like really like fascinating comes out, or something that I'm like very curious about. You guys know how I am. I'm curious. Like I just want to play with things. So yeah, Jade, are you getting digital pinball? Are you I'm really not. Esmond, I just like, my thing is like I don't want to spend the money on digital pinball. I'd rather own like one cool pinball machine. I think Vpin is cool. Okay, so don't get me wrong there. I think Vpin is cool, but I just don't want to spend, $700, $800, $1,200 on a Vpin when I could potentially get a real pin for that much, And you can, if you look around and you find the right deals. I would rather have just one cool real pinball machine. That's just me personally, though. I know everybody's different. But Vpin probably would, unless like At Games sent me something, then I probably wouldn't buy one, just because I'd rather own one real one, if that makes sense. If you could get a real pin, which one? So there's a couple that I would like, and they're actually really hard ones to find. Somebody mentioned one earlier, which was Elvira. There's also Terminator 2 and what was it? Princess Bride, I think. Yeah, Princess Bride. And then Labyrinth. That's it. So yeah, those would be any one of those would be cool. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I might throw some of that stuff in there, and definitely multicade stuff. I know everybody's like into the shooters right now, so it'll be, interesting to see where that goes. It's just, the guns can get very expensive, and if you don't have the platform already, then you're looking at about, for two guns, unless you just want one, you're looking at about $600 to $800 for two guns that are actually good, and then plus the platform, which is the arcade machine. So then that's probably going to be another $800, maybe even more, $1,200. So I mean, always do your research and look at like pricing for everything. Because if you price it out, like most of the times in these pre-built cabs, like for example, I've talked about this before, but I don't understand. Like people keep saying that Time Crisis is, $750, and I'm like, but it's not though. It's $740 shipped, including tax, off of Shop Hippo. If you get it off of Shop Hippo, that's how much you're paying, $740, and that includes tax and shipping, which means that it's a $699 cab, which is the same as Terminator, except for its Time Crisis. It's obviously a better cab than Terminator, and not to mention that Namco did the emulation on it. So, but look, so you're paying $740 for a shooter cab that gives you, I don't know what, 4 games. And whereas if you were going to build your own, you'd be paying closer to $2,000. Okay. I'm just going to ballpark it. $2,000 is what you would have to pay to build your own shooter cab. And, put the software together and stuff like that. Now you can buy kits, of course. You can get kits through like Retro Lizard, and all these other arcade companies. I honestly, like, the only companies like that I would go through are GRS, and you're going to have probably problems with your stuff, but they're really one of the only ones that do what they do for the price they do it for. So GRS, Retro Lizard for sure, and he has like great customer service, and he'll make sure you're taken care of. And then, oh my God, Paradox Arcade Systems, but they're pretty pricey, but I mean, they're good. So, Buy stuff is another one. Yeah, I know they're doing that. They're another one who is good. And I only left them out probably because I always associate their driving thing, which I wasn't the hugest fan of, but what they do is really good and they have great customer service. So they do cool stuff. Like their shooter mod, I think is going to be better than their driving mod because there's a lot of arcade shooters that they could do. So Vic VP, yeah, he's another good one for pin stuff. Weird. Okay, sorry. Let me catch up on the chat here. Thor KC says, yeah, I'd even take some weird, crappy real pin that barely works and has unknown IP and poor gameplay because crappy pins are part of. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, totally. I love that aspect of it, the historical value and restoration aspect. Oneup Pinball 550 Pinner Mod free Zen Tables 100. Vic VP, yeah. And Vic VP is a good one. He's like outstanding for pinball. And I know of him through Joel from Retro Lizard. So hopefully I'll be able to get him on here one day, Vic VP. So let's see. And yeah, I kind of talked about the buy stuff. So they're cool. Like they do a really unique thing because they're the only people that really offer that service for Arcade Oneup specifically, and they do their own builds. So it's cool. Again, like I just didn't like the console stuff, the consoleized driving stuff. That's just my personal opinion. I want to get the driving mod for Star Wars, but I'll need 2 of them so I can, yeah. See, I don't like, that's the other thing too, is like Star Wars. I don't want to mod my Star Wars. Like to me, the software on it is really good. It was done by Code Mystics. And, it's like, I mean, that's specifically what I got it for, was to have the look and feel of Star Wars. And I even got like the plastic bezel kit for it. There was like a version 3 or something that you can get off of Etsy. And it's nice. Like it's just clean. It looks really good. It's really nice. It's good. So have some coffee and walk the dog. Play some Star Wars. It's nice. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys know how it is. It's like everybody's got their own opinion, and for some people it's appealing, for some people it's not. For me personally, it's just, again, it's about refining my collection at this point. What do you think, chat? Let me know. Tell me. Talk to me, chat. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. My thing, here's another thing, like talking about Vpin, like what is Arcade Oneup doing? And why are they selling their Vpins for so much? Like nobody really buys them unless they go on sale. And then when they do go on sale, it's been like for $5.99. It's like, dude, come on. Like those, I had seen them on sale in the past, I think for like $3.99 at one point. But no longer do they go on sale for that. J Cut says, I just need a dual stick cabinet at this point, holding out for Smash TV from A1Up. The crazy thing about Smash TV and like Robotron though is, like, if you've seen people play that, like they go into it hard. I mean, like, cause you're trying to like move this guy around, and it's like, I mean, I've seen people like jerk the actual CoinOp around. So, Iowa Pork Chop came for some Cawfeeh, iced, of course. Nice, thanks for joining. Esmond, I'm jealous of your OG Donkey Kong. Yeah, those are awesome. I wonder like what the price range is for those now. I feel like you could still find one for less than 1,000 and put a little bit of work into it. But anyway, sorry, back to Smash TV and Robotron. I mean, I've seen people actually like jerk and move the full size CoinOp because of how hard they play that. So I'm like, what are you gonna do? with the A1Up version, like you're gonna have to like mount that bitch to the wall, you know. I don't know. Chat. Tell me what you guys think, because that's some heavy duty stuff. So people asking for that is like, I'm kind of like Ginger when I play stuff like that. So this thing's like getting caught. A couple weights in the bottom. I don't know. I'm just thinking of the CoinOp. I mean, that thing's got to weigh, you know, 300 pounds. No, like 300 pounds with a CRT, like 19-inch CRT in it. And that's the old, like, heavy wood. So maybe even like 400 pounds. You know what? I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to look this up. How much does it weigh? Let's see. Robotron Arcade cabinet weight. Weight without, let's see, weight. Hold on, wait, let me see if this is actually the correct one. Oh, wow. Oh, it's missing the bottom. I wonder if that's a repro. Oh, that's with an LCD. Okay. So probably around 300 pounds. Probably around 300 pounds. I think it's over 400. This one says 250, but it's got an LCD in it. I'm trying to see if I can find one with a CRT. Let me see. Let me see, guys. All right, 3 in stock. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, these all look like repros. God dang. Okay. I wouldn't disagree with 400. But I would say definitely 300 to 400 would be the range. So they're heavy, you know, and for people to be able to jerk, like one guy able to like jolt that thing because he's playing so hard on the sticks, you know, imagine being like in the higher levels and you're like, no, I can't die now. Get to the chopper. Robotron. Let me see. I remember having a lot of fun in high school playing Smash TV with friends. Would love to recreate that, being cooperative. It stays friendly and fun, not so aggro like Robotron. I'll mod it like everything else to get more dual stick games. Robotron. Oh yeah, Robotron. Yeah, I've seen people do a Robotron countercade mod, or no, partycade. Have you guys seen that? Hold on, let's look here. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna open up. Oh wait, no, do I need to do the same tab? Hold on. All right, let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry. So Etsy, $5.99. I mean, they look really good. That's kind of neat. Like I gotta say, that's kind of neat. Let's see. But there's no way in hell I'm paying $5.99 for that. Oh, this is off the Donkey Kong one. So then it's got like all the games on it. But that's definitely cool. Like that's a neat little idea, you know. I just don't think I would pay $5.99 for that. But those partycades, they're kind of like going away, aren't they? Do you guys know? I feel like they are going away. I could be wrong though. But yeah, so I know, because I know the Street Fighter one is gone now. Unless you buy it from a third party. And Asteroids. What else? Was there a Defender one? I don't know. But they're all like getting harder and harder to come by. And I think that the only ones that are really left are like the Pac-Man ones or something. LOL, who knows what Arcade Oneup is doing with their product line moving forward? Well, I didn't really mean like gone permanently. I just meant like they're like once they're sold out, like they're gone. But yeah, I don't know. I think that was kind of the coolest thing about the Partycades was like the retro ones. Keeping them retro. But that Robotron, you know, is that right? Oh yeah, 2084. I thought it said 2004 and I was like, did they screw that up? Defender was very popular, yeah. So they're neat for, you know, for what they are. They're neat. But when they were going on sale all the time, you know, I think they were sub 200. So that's not a bad deal, especially for the ones that have like the light up marquees and stuff. They're just a little bit better. I mean, the button quality is still garbo, and joystick probably. I mean, that was my experience with the Street Fighter one. But it's cool. You know, let's see. Defender. Yep. So anyways, I don't know. What if they release something like this though? Would you guys buy it? How much would you pay for this if they released it? $299? That's what they sell for, I think. Or that's what they're selling for now. $299. They started off at $199 from what I remember. Or am I incorrect? $199 for Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, that's what I remember them starting off at. And then they didn't have like a light up marquee or anything. $250 max. So what if, okay, Jay, what if they said, all right, so it's going to look like this, and then, but it has like, let's say, like IL short buttons, and you know, like what kind of sticks did the Robotron use? Let's just say they made like some special sticks for it by, you know, a brand name company. Then would you pay $299? Robotron is such a great arcade game. Yeah. True. Thor KC says, I wish they would release all the network-enabled games as Partycades with Wi-Fi. We need these games in as many homes as possible to have the best chance of finding a non-empty lobby. I mean, you could always do, well, yeah, I mean, like, obviously it would be more convenient if they did it, but you could always do a PCB swap and just stick an antenna in there and Viola? I don't know. Nope, I'd rather they keep the cheap parts in to keep price low, and you have option to upgrade. Oh, well, because technically if you upgrade, you're going to have to do the work and pay the parts for the prices. I mean, the price for the parts anyways, right? But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Anyways, it's interesting. It definitely looks cool. I mean, this is obviously custom built, so it's higher quality, but $599 is steep. Like that's steep. I mean, you'd really only one left and in 2 carts. Yeah, that's steep. And then if you have to pay for shipping too, oof. Nah, you could probably find a real Robotron for that much. I mean, I know that's not a good argument because the whole point is mobility, but still $600, like, man. I guess it just depends on where you want to put your money. Miss Pac-Man. Is this like the original? Oh, that is like an original. Oh my God, $334? Dude, come on. Here's another $5.99 Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. I mean, it looks cool, but it's like $5.99. $5.99. $600. Crazy. Oh, here's Asteroids, now obsolete, and that's $329. Partycade 60-in-1 conversion. Interesting. Super Pac-Man is $299. Okay, so this is like the newer Gen 1 at QVC. These usually go on sale too. It's not even wall mounted, bro. Do you even game? Do you even wall mount? Are you a man? I don't know, man. $299 is just, I agree. J cuts, they should be like $250. And then, you know, obviously they're gonna go on sale, so We all know. We all know those tricks. I love Donkey Kong, but want a full-size cab. Yeah. I still don't ever... I don't foresee in the near future that ever happening on any front. Not by Nintendo, not by Arcade Oneup. I just don't see that happening. But that's just like my opinion, man. I think you're probably better off getting like a repro cab, you know, put a 60 in one in it, or go to Mike's Arcade and order an actual board. You can get a board from Mike's Arcade for, actually I'll pull it up here and show you guys. You can get a Donkey Kong PCB for like $300, I think, or 300 something. Let me see. Let's go here. Yeah. Let me switch views for you guys. All right, so Mike's Arcade, Donkey Kong 3, $295, and for a Donkey Kong, you'd pay $325. So for $325, you could actually buy an actual Donkey Kong board, you know, and put it in anything. But you'd need a JAMA converter if you were going to put it in anything but the original cab. And then Donkey Kong 3 is under $300, which is good. And then they sell DK Jr. as well. How much is that? $325. So $325 for DK Jr. and the original DK, and then $295 for DK3. Yeah, that's a great option. Yeah, no problem. I mean, and those are things that I always like think about. So, you know, yeah, if you have something that you would want to put it in, you know, you could always just reskin it and stick an actual PCB in there, and boom, you're playing, you know, actual Donkey Kong. So it may not be ideal for those who wish they could have like an, you know, the actual cab and everything, and I get that, but at least you still got a piece of history right there, you know, an original Donkey Kong board playing the original game. So kind of cool, right? Might sell me his board. No, thank you. It might have ROM hacks on it. Har har. I have Donkey Kong in my Build-A-Cade. Probably ought to skin it. Build-A-Cade. Oh, the little mini thing. Just checked Amazon Prime Day for any deals. There are a few. Oh, let's look, you guys. Let's see. Let's see. I know, and I was thinking that too. I'm like, dude, what is the deal? Like, Prime Day used to be like a big thing, and it's like now they're like, oh, no, we're not gonna go too far though. Let's see. Let's go. Well, here we'll do Arcade Oneup first. See what we got. All right, here's. Whoa, $399 for the HS5. What is this? I thought this was free delivery tomorrow. $399. That's actually decent, dude. I mean, for that, okay. $399. Interesting. I'm about to order this right now just to play with it. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Refund eligible for return, refund, or replacement within 30 days of receipt. Huh. Crazy. Okay. Well, so right now, this is $399 on Amazon. So if you guys are interested in this one, there you go. I think it would be like cool if you had, you know, an MVC2 PCB to just convert this to an MVC2. Like, there's really no branding on it aside from the replaceable things, which is the marquee and the bezel, that make it permanent, and then you just stick some side art on it, right? Like, I have MVC2 side art sitting in my garage right now, but it's 61 inches. It's 61 inches. Why? Buy Stuff Store, if you ever see this, I hope you guys make like the 4-inch boosters for these, because it'll make them the perfect height. But then the other thing is the control panel height goes up. I think people forget this about real arcades. The control panel height on a real arcade is actually pretty low. It actually matches like the stock Arcade Oneup height. In some cases, the Arcade Oneups actually are higher. So it's kind of weird. What happened to Darkstalkers? I don't know. See, that was the thing about Big Blue though, that made it better, was that it had all the Darkstalkers games on it. And they don't include any of those on here. You know, they have Final Fight, but it's like if you have the Legacy PCB, you're good. So, but for $400, like that's not bad. I just want to like put it next to my actual HS5 and like see how much tinier it looks. It's probably going to be like ridiculous, but I'm so curious, like just to play with it. Interesting that's $390. Like they just came out and they're going for $399. Very interesting. All right, you got Mortal Kombat. That's $379. $492 for Pac-Man. Oh no, that's deluxe. $522 for Shaq. $479 for Blitz. How is this thing still for sale everywhere? And why is it not like $199? $399 for the new Galaga. So what is that? It says typical $499. Like, is this a Prime Day deal or what? I mean, $399 is really doesn't seem bad to me for something like that. I just want to play with it, but I don't know, like returns through Amazon are kind of a pain. Cause then no, actually they're not. You just literally put it outside and they pick it up, but whatever. $474 for T2. Oh, look at what's not on sale. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You know why? Because it'll never go on sale. I told you guys, never gonna go on sale. When it does, though, I'll be the first to admit I was totally wrong. But it still hasn't. Ever. At all. These prices suck. Biggie, you don't think $399 for the brand new HS5 is a decent price? I didn't know they still had stock. So they actually replenished stock because it did so well. That they actually replenished their stock of it. Yeah. Not Arcade Oneup, but the distributors. And I think that those come from the manufacturer. So yeah, look, Class of 81 is $499 for the deluxe, right? That HS5 has the discoloration on the game deck. All right. Since when did you become so picky? But for $399, I mean, look, here's the original with a riser for $399. I don't know, it just seems substantially better. Look at $449 for the Legacy. You know, I loved and hated this cab at the same time. I loved the colors and the artwork. I hated the fake coin door. I hated the recessed marquee. And the controls were just total garbo. And the fact that it had like that dip in it. If they would have had a molded coin door and the control panel would have been plush and the marquee would have been plush, it would have been a lot better. For me, the screen was good. That's about it. Countercade for $151 is good. Let's see. Yeah, so and Tempest, $449. Like what? Why? Centipede not available. This is my favorite Legacy cab. It's the most, as far as looks, it's the most authentic looking one in my opinion, compared to any of the other ones. Like, yeah, on the real Centipede cab, the actual marquee on these older Atari cabs, like the actual design of it is that the wood right here would be like pushed out further. So the marquee is actually almost like over the control panel. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of cray-cray. So let's see. Dig Dug, Simpsons, $6.99. Like who? Why? You're fired. $5.99 for Attack from Mars. See what I mean? And that's a sale price. Like normally it's $7.49. Like what? Why? Why? Galaga, did we already see that? $3.99. So that's brand new. That just got released. And you get it by tomorrow, or I get it by tomorrow, I guess. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Risers are $100. I don't know, like, though, but for the brand new ones that literally just got released, like, I don't think that that's bad. Like, although I wouldn't, there are just things, you know, about that HS5 one. Literally the only reason I would get it myself is just to like play with it and look at it and see if it even has any real potential. Yeah, $3.99 for Galaga Deluxe. So the new ones that just got released are $3.99 right now. It must be like a Prime Day thing because it said previously $4.99. So that's the HS5 and Galaga Deluxe, I think, are the two that just got released within the last day or two. Right, they're brand new, so they must be on sale for Prime Day or something. Anyways, all right, let's check out At Games and see what's up with that. Bada boom. Wait, what? Okay, okay, so their pinball is $7.19, normally $8.49. Does that sound right? It's not even a Prime delivery. Oh, $100 delivery. There it is. There's the At Games Velvet Dagger. You still pay for delivery. I can't, like, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Do better, At Games. The delivery thing drives me nuts. Like, it drives me bonkers. Did they finally catch the clue that they need to riser for ALU? Have you seen the game deck? Yeah, I've seen what you're talking about. I mean, like, I just don't think, like, it's that big of a deal. I mean, personally, like, I own real CoinOps, and you see things like that all the time. It can still look good, and you can clean it up, but there might be, like, a little bit of discoloration on, like, the bottom half versus the top half. It's just, like, I get it. It's brand new. But at the same time, I mean, like, have you seen it consistently? Have you seen more than one? Like, was that just a production model? Like, I mean, because I've seen Big Blues where, like, the bottom half is a little bit bluer than the top half. And then most of them are fine, you know? So it could have just been, like, a production thing. I'm just talking, like this is me thinking about it. Like, whether it is or it isn't, I believe you. Like, I believe what you're saying, that whatever you saw was, you know, two different colors. But I've seen that before with Oneups, where people have complained about that, and then other people just don't see it at all. They have to sell an initial 2,000 before they can fix it. I mean, yeah, again, if I even bought that, if I were to buy something like that, it would be probably to mod it anyways, because I wouldn't want Street Fighter in there. I'd want to put something else like MVC2 or something. But that's just, again, you know, like my personal opinion. So no real crazy sales on At Game stuff. $14.99. Are those normally $14.99 for those Genesis controllers? Oh, that's an original. Retrobit. Okay, cool. $5.99. Oh wait, we already saw that. Intellivision flashback. Nope. Flashback HD. No. I wonder if the what are those things called, you guys? The handhelds, the RG. What are they called? No, I mean Biggie. Like, I'm just saying, like, to me, it's like not. It's like that is that really, like, all of a sudden make it not worth $3.99? You know what I mean? Like a slight discoloration in what the grays between the two or something. Does that make it not worth $3.99? I'm just looking for a logic in the debate, I guess. Okay, I'm trying to remember what these things are called. RG35XX or something like that. I think I want to see if any of those are on sale. Super Console Prime Big Deal. N64. What? Super Console X 256 gigabyte retro built in, normally $89.99. Oh, I thought it was like I thought it could actually play N64 games. That was disappointing. Boo. Let's see. Handheld. All right, sorry, it's just easier for me to type this way because of the RG35XX. There we go. See, well, let's go 35XX because ooh, $59. That's actually pretty good for the XX. You want to get the one that has like the bigger screen like this for sure. I'm just thinking about processing power. $60 though these things are freaking awesome. $60 is a good price. 59. There's like this screen which has more of a border, or no, maybe these are the same. It's just a gray border, but this is the bigger screen for sure. I know they used to have one that had a little bit smaller of a screen, which was like the first one that I got. So these are definitely on sale. So $60 for one of those. I mean, if you guys have been looking at getting one of those, $60 is a pretty dang good deal. They got cases and everything right now. Cool. Yeah, I would definitely go with the RG. Oh, here's this one, the 353V. That's what I have. But why? Whoa, $139. I didn't pay that much. $119. I feel like it's closer to what I paid. I think I paid right around $100. I can't believe those aren't on sale. It's lame. Oh, then we have, what is this? Handheld. Look at this little guy. $83. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. $60. Not bad. Let's see. Thor KC says, I would like to be able to see it in person. A color issue like that could be no big deal at all, or it could be really annoying. I think the annoying thing to me is that there's no control panel. Like there's no plexi cover. And that's like a normal thing to have on a control panel, especially like a fighting game control panel where there's, a lot of button pushing violently and stick moving violently. Yeah, so the plexi cover, and I feel like if it did have a plexi cover, that would probably make it like not as noticeable too. But it may still bother a lot of people. But I mean, for $3.99, let's see. Yeah, $139. That's crazy. What is that? Oh, here's the one with the small screen. 89 bucks. Get out of here. But you can see it's got like the smaller screen. I don't know. That $60 deal is pretty good though. If you guys have been waiting on these or looking at the Ambernix, like that's pretty cool. Not a bad deal. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh, that's the standard 59. Oh, it's not prime though. Make sure if you do get one that's prime because you'll get it fast. Because a lot of these are not prime deals, so keep that in mind. What was the other thing I was gonna look up? What else? What else, guys? What's up, Wolfinos? AliExpress has them cheaper, but the wait is longer. Yeah, I mean, some of them on here are 60 bucks, and then they were prime on the first page, I think. What was the other thing I was going to look up, you guys? Oh, what is it? Oh, Hyperkin. Yeah, I want to see if Hyperkin has anything on sale. Whoops. Hyperkin. Oh my god, what is wrong with this thing, dude? Hyperkin. Let's see. Nothing crazy. Typical 27. Yeah, nothing wild here. 24 bucks for the NES thing? That seems cheap. Retron 2. Nothing mind-blowing. 74. See, this is a weird one. So it's $74, right? But you could get a Super Famicom for, I don't know, 50 bucks shipped from Japan working. Less maybe, 40, 50 bucks. 2,600 for 74. Nah. What is the deal with 7,800 stuff like being so difficult to get on hardware? What is this? HD Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I don't know. Sometimes they have cool stuff. Hyperkin does. An AES, but they're, sorry, I can't read that whole thing, but yeah, they're still, like, it's crazy. Like, Neo Geo never really lost its value. It's kind of crazy, huh? Whoops. When can I get home? Wait, when I get home, do you want to stream together? Negative, Biggity. But thank you for the offer. And if you want to get a hold of me, hit me up on either Instagram or Twitter. But yeah, no, not today. Wolfie says Neo Geo. Yeah. AS Neo Geo. What is this? Yeah, we already looked at this. And the Robotron, 600 bucks, crazy. I'm not either. Do you have email? Dude, come on, Biggie. Meant like next weekend. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're on like what, business vacay something? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Just hit me up. Dude, you need to get on Twitter or Instagram or something. You got to get on one of those. You gotta do it. Disney World, okay. But yeah. Who you there with? Who you going to Disney World with, Biggie? Yeah, so Wolfie, it is family. Right? I mean, it looks really, really nice. Like they did a good job on it. And it's just the $5.99 is like, good God, like no. That's ridiculous. On Sleeping Beauty. He's gonna give her the Big ED. That's cool, dude. Well, I hope you're having fun and staying safe out there. Star Wars Land is dope. I mean, like I've never been to Disney World. I go to Disneyland out here in Cali, but 100 or so less maybe. Yeah, I would pay like $3.99 max for that. I mean, and obviously it's a custom job, so I get it, but I mean, dude, $5.99. And then you're looking at, like I was saying earlier, I mean, like $600. It would be hard to find a Robotron for that much, but I mean, you could. Like Charlie from Overtime Arcade, he probably finds them all day for that much. Or Stringer Films, he just gets Robotrons for free. Cabs included, yeah. If I had like the machinery to do it, oh my God, I would be pumping stuff out for fun. Went to Halloween Horror Nights. I would love to do that, yeah. What do you think about the Atari release thingy coming out soon? Track and Field was my favorite. Are you talking about the from Atari, like the console that you can actually play the 2600 and 7800 cartridges on? BA, is that what you're talking about? I'll message you there. Wait, I actually have a Twitter account now that I think about it. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. So just give me a follow, and then I'll follow you back, and you should be able to message me. My email though is like it's pretty isolated for like business related stuff. Like business. Track and Field was a blister maker. Oh yeah. But is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about the console BA? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I actually ordered that. I pre-ordered it. And I've got as you can see, my boxed Xenophobe for the 7800. I'm probably going to get a game drive if I can get my hands on one. Just because like the 7800 was such a cool system. It had so much potential, and it sucked that it didn't work out. But yeah, I'm definitely, so when I get it, I will do a video on it and kind of talk about it. But I was very intrigued by it, and the biggest thing for me was the fact that it could play 7800 games. And it has like the HDMI out and stuff. So that's cool, because as far as I know, the 7800, unless you do like a custom job on it, only had the RF connector, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I traded some old quarter proof sets for an open box but non-used 7800. Wow, that's pretty cool. And it only has the RF cable, right? Dude got a Nintendo as a kid and never touched the 7800. That's what happened. But the 7800 was pretty impressive. Like some of the Atari games, like I remember Joust, okay? I remember going into a big like Circuit City type store when I was a kid. I forget what the name of it was, but it wasn't Circuit City. And they had like the Sega Mark III or Master System, and they had a 7800. And I remember seeing it because I had an 800 and thinking like, oh my God, Joust looks like the arcade version. And that's what was like so cool about it to me, was that some of the games that you could play on 800 looked way better on the 7800 and played better. Another one is Desert Falcon. Desert Falcon looks dope on the 7800. You know, the only downside to it was the sound chip was Garbo. Yeah, Food Fight for the 7800. The 800 version was pretty good, but yes, the 7800 version definitely gave it that extra glow that brought it closer to the arcade. But man, yeah, it was a cool system. It had a lot of potential. It's unfortunate that it didn't work. Was wondering if I should... Wait, I just got a 7700? But that's a different 7800 than you're talking about. Yeah, I'm lost. Yeah, asteroids. Because, dude, like the 2600... I played the 2600 when I was a kid. Like, my neighbors had a 2600. Like, before I even had... I think my dad had a 400. Somewhere around that time frame. And I remember my neighbors had a 2600. And I played... Or maybe it was a 5200, but they had mostly 2600 games. Is that right? I don't know. Wait, can the 5200 play 2600 games? Anyways, I just remember thinking, like, these games look like shit. Like, as a little kid. As, like, you know, and I'm talking, you guys would probably not believe me, but I can remember things back to being, like, 6 months old. And, anyways, like, 3-4 years old, playing my neighbor's 2600 and being like, yeah, the 400 was a computer, but you could put cartridges in it. And play disk drive games. 7700X CPU. Okay. Anyways, so my dad had a 400 and my neighbor had, you know, the 2600 games. And I was just like, oh, these look like shit. Because my dad had a Frogger, I think, on disk drive, actually. And they had Frogger on cartridge. And, I mean, yeah, I just remember as a little kid thinking, like, this looks heinous. And I've never had a nostalgia for the 2600 because I've always, even when I was a little kid, hated the way it looked. I hated Pac-Man on it. And I was just like, this is trash. Like the 400 version of Pac-Man was like way better. So yeah, I don't know, but I mean, that's just like, again, like my experience, my opinion. But the 7800 on the other hand, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, this is like arcade quality here. What's going on? Yeah, and then, you know, NES, of course, was doing its thing, so they were right on par, but NES had way better sound. Pokey chips, though, man. I still have what's up, Hobby Hands, by the way? Is that the first time you said something in here? I didn't see you before, sorry. Yeah, everything sounded like a fart when you died or crashed on the 2600. I saw the 2600 with faded wood panel. All we had, but was better than nothing. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. I mean, yeah, don't take it as me like bashing the 2600. I mean, it was still, for what it was when it came out, you know, huge. But ColecoVision was like way better. I never knew anybody with a ColecoVision. But, you know, later on, looking at ColecoVision, and I was like, why would anybody have bought a 2600? Yeah, I mentioned the Amazon Prime deals. Okay, that was... Sorry. Well, thank you for that. Chris says, love Robotron on my ALU. Does the arcade Oneup let you put scan lines on as an option on these old arcade cabs? Yeah, the 2600. Some of them they do, Chris. And some of them they just look really bad. But then they've developed some to where they actually look good. And then Wolfie, yeah, I agree. Well, and that's the cool thing about the 2600 that they're releasing is that you get the look of the 2600, which, I mean, it looks really cool. It has that very vintage vibe, you know. It's a pretty looking console. And there's just something about, you know, black plastic and wood trim and little metal switches that are so I don't know, nostalgic. But yeah, I absolutely love that. And it's cool. So I do have a couple 2600 games. But definitely like the 7800 is the reason why I'm buying that personally. And the fact that you can use HDMI out. So yeah. Have any of you pre-ordered that, or are you looking at getting it? If you are, let me know. Like, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Back when all the cars had fake wood on the sides, yeah, that peeled off. Because I actually thought about buying a 7800, and it was ironic that Atari basically released this at the same time that I was like looking at buying a 7800, because I was like, well, I mean, this is about the same price, but you get the HDMI out. And I never have good luck with RF. Like, it always looks terrible. So yeah, pre-ordered for sure. They're finally giving people what they wanted with the look and all. Yeah. And HDMI. Yeah, it's fine. I used to think the same thing. My neighbors had the ColecoVision, way better. Sorry. No, all good. But yeah, I mean, so that's what's very appealing to me. You know, you get the modern thing. You don't have to deal with the RF switch. I'm excited about that. I actually kind of forgot about it, which is good, because I'm not like, you know, checking shipping notifications every day. But they said it's not supposed to ship until like the end of November or something like that. But for the price, it makes sense, you know, and you can play 2600, 7800 games. You get the look of it, and you get like the modern capability of HDMI, versus if you're buying a 7800 off eBay, those are older components. You're paying about the same price, you know, plus shipping if it's not free. And so it just, I guess it just made more sense to me to buy their remake. So let me switch us back over here. Dude, it has, oh my God, it's 10:45. Okay, so we got about 15 minutes left. But anyways, yeah, so I don't have anything too crazy going on with CoinOps right now. I've got a Cruisin' USA restore project that I've just been sitting on pretty much. Wolfie says, always had one kid in the hood that had a Coleco. The rest of us had Atari. Yeah, so I've been working on the Cruisin' project. Well, really, I haven't been working on it lately. It's just kind of sitting there right now. The harness is just a disaster. So, yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. But I don't have much going on there. Probably I'm finishing up some modding stuff that's just been sitting around for ages, for a couple of my Oneup cabs that I had. And I had a couple like backstock that were just not built that I had bought like on sale. And so yeah, I mean, it's just been kind of an ongoing project. What is that? Hold on. I have a Gauntlet 2 project since I bought a cab from Captain's Auction, and it showed up busted in shipping. Oh my gosh. Their insurance didn't cover it, or did you have to cover that? Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. And that's like one of the reasons why I'm also like, I hear stories about that, and I'm like always scared to use Captains. And then, you know, you have to take care of the shipping, and it's usually, you know, somewhere in the range of $250 to $400. Not at all. Just cracked. Oh, nice. The worst possible thing that they could have cracked. Cab separated. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's going to be a pain to work on. Oh my God. what did they do? Like, use it in the Running Man or something? So anyways, yeah, I'm kind of just going real slow with the CoinOp stuff right now. And then like this time of year is always crazy too, because I've got like birthdays, you know, and then Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So it just time management plus school. So such is life. Yeah, that's very true. But still shitty. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, so just time management, trying to stay on top of that stuff, and school. I'm going to try and do school as much as I can, like in bursts, so I can get some content out in the next couple weeks. But other than that, I'll probably just be laying kind of low and focusing on that stuff. So, but if you guys have, I'm probably going to put up a community post, and if you guys have anything that specific, like to, you know, the hobby, whether it's console gaming or CoinOps, whatever, just let me know. I'll put a community post up, and you guys can leave a comment there, and or leave suggestions. Like, I'll put it up as like suggestion box. I'll do it right now, actually. Let's see. Let me go over here and Cawfeeh. So I'm gonna go. Why is this thing all weird? All right. I'm just gonna put suggestion box. So just drop a comment in the suggestion box, and let me know. Console gaming, you know, arcades, emulation, any of that stuff. Just drop me a note, and yeah, I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at stuff and respond when I can, and we'll see what we can do with that. So yeah, should be cool. And again, like I do have a couple things incoming from outside sources that will be interesting as well. And I'll be doing like some more console stuff. I'll be getting back into some of the console stuff a little bit more. I actually had a video that I was already working on for arcade versus console, if you guys have seen that. And I actually have to finish that. So it's like done, but I just never finished editing it. So my schedule is like super crazy for a while, and it gets like that where it's just like wildly out of control. Hobbyhand says, were you interested in Glenn's Ikari game stick? For me personally, no, I wasn't. I just don't like, for me, you know, the price point just doesn't match what you're getting, and it's just not for me. So not something that I was particularly interested in using. And I mean, I don't really have a need for it either. I have a couple different options for that. You know, I have a couple X arcades, and then I have the Dreamcast, the actual Sega Dreamcast fight stick, and then I have a Hori, or wait, no, is it Hori? What is it? The F300? I don't know. Whoever makes that. I have one of those. So I have like a lot of options. Yeah, I mean, the $90 price point just didn't make sense to me. So anyways, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We got about 7 minutes left, and we'll be wrapping it up. Yeah, to get really good pricing on... Okay, sorry. Hobbyhand says, yeah, to get really good pricing on things, you have to buy so many. But for a small run, the price is pretty good. All right, Wolfie, see you later. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, hobby hands, small run. Yeah. I mean, again, like, you know, for the people who are looking for something like that, works out. That's cool. So, but anyways, look, guys, y'all stay safe out there, okay? Stay safe. Have a good week. And I was thinking about bringing, oh yeah, what do you guys think about this, huh? So I was thinking about bringing like, you know, like disgruntled Jade or angry Jade, where, you know, I just basically like cuss a lot and stuff. So let me know what you guys think about that. Rage face Jade. By the way, if you have a Pandora's box with 2 joysticks, you can use those 2 sticks to play Smash TV and Robotron and MAME and Launchbox and CoinOps, says Esmond, sorry. Be a very good stream. Have a great day, Jade. Thank you. Still out and about. Ping you later this afternoon. Right on. But yeah, I think I'm going to do like some Rage Jade. Peace out. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, anyways, have a great day. Have a great week. I don't know when I'll stream again. You guys know how random I am. But I had some time this morning, so I thought I'd hang out. And stay safe. Be vigilant. And yeah, have a good one. Until next time, I'll see you guys then.